Today, we get to drive 2 hours, work with some kids at a school for an hour, and get this, drive 2 hours back. This is going to be an interesting day, but Clearwater Music is holding a rental clinic at a school fairly far out that we're hoping to invest in, as they're just now starting a band program. And as silly as it might sound to sit in a car for 4 hours just to work with kids for 1 hour, I really enjoy working with kids and finding the right instrument for them and teaching them how to get their first notes. So I think this will be a really fun day. We'll see if this vlog actually pans out and I actually film some stuff through the day so it's not a complete nothing burger. But hey, if you're seeing this right now, it means I filmed something at the very least. Hope you'll join me for the ride. Alright, our first stop is indeed Clearwater Music so that we can go carpool with my boss and also our woodwind guy for the day, since obviously I'm not terribly adept at teaching woodwinds. Actually, believe it or not, I have taught a couple kids their first notes on woodwind instruments. There's a picture of me teaching a tiny little kid, probably just a toddler, the clarinet. And that was interesting, but obviously that's not really my wheelhouse, so we'd do better to have an actual woodwind player there. That truly was an experience to cherish. I enjoyed every minute of that, and I wish I could have had about 3 times the amount of time I did have, because I felt like I barely managed to scratch the surface of all the kids who were super enthusiastic about their first notes. There were a bunch of kids I couldn't get to, with one of me and 1 trumpet, 1 trombone, 1 euphonium. There were kids who were just starting to get it figured out, and I had to take the instrument away from them and give it to somebody else. It was really sad. Wish I could have spent some more time exploring things with them and helping them navigate, but nonetheless, really great experience overall. It was really just so heartening to see such enthusiasm for music from so many kids in one room at once. Everybody was, they were all super intelligent, great listeners, great at following directions, but above all, they were excited. It seemed like the kids really found a lot of joy from this. And not for nothing, these kids are growing up in a more hyper-stimulating world than probably any other time in history. And there are all sorts of stories on the internet about how kids are so jaded and overstimulated that they don't find anything interesting anymore. And, I was a little bit worried that we might run into a little bit of that, especially because music's not the coolest activity to some youth. But really, it was just inspiring to see how excited these kids got by just making their first notes on these instruments. This really was something I'll remember for a long time. And anytime I do anything like this, it is always something I remember for a long time, because it's such a valuable experience for them as well as for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to support the creation of bigger and better content on the Samuel Plays Brass channel, have your name featured right here, and a whole host of other perks and benefits, then please consider pledging your support at patreon.com/SamuelPlaysBrass. For now, you can find more videos in the end screen cards to my left.